Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some MLB player props I like on Prizepicks for today for Wednesday, August the 24th. For Wednesday, we got a fairly big slate. I think we have 14 total games today. It is a split slate, so we do have some early games today. I think there's like 6 early games and 8 night games, so kind of, even when it comes to early and night games. And there are some plays I like in these early games. Actually, all 3 plays I like for today are coming from these early games. So I wanted to go ahead and make this video. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, none of these games have started yet. You'll be able to get all these plays in. But yeah, I got 3 plays I like for today. It's a decent sized board for Wednesday, decent sized slate. There was a good amount of options to choose from. Landed on 3 plays that stood out to me, kind of taking a first look at the board on Tuesday night. So we're going to talk through the 3 plays that I like for today, guys. Just before we do get started, as always, please hit that like button down below. Appreciate you guys checking out these videos every single day. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And also, if you are new to Prizepicks, if you have not checked out Prizepicks yet, definitely get over there, sign up. Make sure when you do sign up, use promo code NOAH. When you sign up with my promo code, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. You can check out their platform, see all the props they have available for MLB. Obviously, they have a lot of other sports as well outside of just baseball. They offer WNBA, PGA, CSGO, soccer. They have props up for preseason for the NFL. I think this week is the last week of the preseason. College football starts on Saturday, so they have college football props available if you want to take a look at that. Prizepicks offers a ton of props. You can mix and match sports. You can make multi-sport entries. It's definitely a lot of fun, and I highly recommend you guys get over there. Make sure that you sign up with that promo code NOAH. Get your deposit bonus when you sign up. But real quickly, before we talk through our plays for today, we can recap Tuesday's plays. And Tuesday was not a good day for us. Tuesday was a bad day in general. Really struggled on Tuesday. I only hit a few of my plays, YouTube and Patreon. It was a bad day in general. I think out of the 7 total plays I was on Tuesday, I think I went like 2 and 5 or 3 and 4. It was a bad day in general. Not a good day on our 3 pick that we gave out on YouTube. We went 1 and 2. Obviously did not cash it. The only pick that hit was Josh Rojas over his fantasy score. Rojas, he got 6 at-bats, and I think he went like 1 for 5. He had an RBI single, and then he got walked, I think, 3 times. He got walked 3 times. He scored a run. But he went over his fantasy score. The 2 K props that we took, though, neither one of them hit. We took Dylan Cease over 6.5 Ks. And I like that bet a lot. I like that matchup a lot for Cease. I thought that line was definitely too low. Cease, his K prop got bumped up to 7. I know the books had his K set at 6.5 with some pretty heavy juice on the over. So I think we got a good bet. It just didn't work out for us. And then Corey Kluber, we took his over 5.5 strikeouts against the Angels. And Kluber actually didn't even pitch that bad of a game. He just couldn't get any strikeouts. I think he went 6 innings, only gave up 1 run, but he only had 3 strikeouts through 6 innings. Obviously, in that matchup against the highest strikeout team in the league, you would have thought that Kluber would have been able to get at least more than 3 Ks through 6 innings, but he just wasn't able to get many punch-outs. Obviously, did not hit his prop. But we move on to Wednesday. Hopefully, Wednesday we can bounce back today, hit all 3 of our props, get a clean sweep. Obviously, we had a clean sweep on Monday, cashed our 2 plays Monday. Let's try and cash all these plays for today, guys. So we're going to start off in the strikeout prop category. Got 2 strikeout props I like for today, and then I have a a pitcher fantasy score that I like. So for strikeouts, we're actually going to be going to the first game of the day. It's a 12:35 Eastern time start, so kind of an early game. We're going to be taking Kyle Wright over 5.5 strikeouts going up against the Pirates. This is all kind of a matchup play for me. I've been taking pitcher props against the Pirates all season. Not really going to start or stop now. I mean, the Pirates, they continue to be one of the worst teams in the league. They strike out a ton. Their offense just in general is not that good. And obviously for strikeouts, we're looking at strikeout rate here because we're taking Wrights over Ks. And this Pittsburgh team strikes out a ton. They have the 4th highest K rate against right-handed pitching this season, 25% K rate. When you look up and down their lineup, I mean, there's just strikeouts everywhere in this lineup. Really, when you look at their projected lineup, the only guy that doesn't strike out much is Heineman at the bottom. He has just a 13.5% K rate against righties. But everyone else has a K rate 20% or higher. And then you got guys like Marcano with 26% K rate, O'Neal Cruz 30% K rate this year, 22% for Madris, 24% for Castro, 24% for Reynolds. There's just strikeouts, available up and down this Pirates lineup. Kyle Wright's a decent strikeout pitcher. He's got a 23.7% K rate this year. He has already faced the Pirates once this season, pitched really well against them. I think he went 7 innings with, I want to say 8 Ks maybe. Let me pull up his game log just to confirm that. Yeah, or he went 6 innings. 6 innings with 7 Ks last time he faced Pittsburgh back on June 12th. Kyle Wright has shown the ability to get strikeouts when he gets good matchups. I mean, he had 8 Ks against the Angels. He was in a tough spot in his last start against the Astros. He went and got 7 Ks against the Astros. He had 8 Ks against the Cubs. He had 7 Ks, obviously, against Pittsburgh, 7 Ks against Oakland. So when he gets a good strikeout matchup, Kyle Wright can go out there and get 6, 7, 8 strikeouts. I like his chances of going over, 5.5 Ks, getting 6 or Ks or more today. Kyle Wright's usually a guy that can pitch pretty deep into games. He probably will go at least 6 innings here. If he can average a strikeout per inning, that's kind of what we need. And I think against this Pittsburgh team that will definitely swing and miss, that will chase pitches, I think Kyle Wright can go and get us 6 strikeouts. Really just kind of targeting the friendly matchup here. Kyle Wright has solid strikeout stuff. He's got an above average K rate, above average whiff percentage. He's got about an average chase rate. This matchup, though, is what you're really targeting. Strikeouts are obviously going to be kind of inflated in this matchup, and that's what makes me like this prop for today. So over 5.5 Ks for Kyle Wright is going to be our first play for today. Second play for today is going to be taking another guy in a very friendly matchup, like in Logan Webb over 5 strikeouts. I was very surprised to see this line at 5. I thought it was going to at least be at 5.5. What I like to do before I make my video and before I look at the props, I'll actually take a look at like the matchups, kind of see who's pitching, and I'll try and like in my head kind of figure out just kind of set like a guess on what a player's prop is going to be. And when I saw Logan Webb was pitching against the Tigers, I was expecting his K prop to be at least 5.5. I'm kind of surprised to see it at 5. And right now the books actually have his K prop at 4.5. On DraftKings Sportsbook, his K prop set at 4.5, but it is some pretty heavy juice coming on the over, minus 130 on over 4.5 Ks for Webb. Logan Webb, he's not like a great strikeout pitcher by any means. This year he has just a 19.6% K rate. But when he gets a good matchup against a strikeout-heavy team, he can rack up strikeouts. And we saw pretty recently in one of his most recent starts when he got to face the Pirates, he pitched 8 shutout innings and got 9 strikeouts against Pittsburgh. He went and got 8 strikeouts against Arizona. He had 9 strikeouts against KC early this year. He had 10 strikeouts against the Phillies. Like, he's flashed some strikeout upside, but he's also had some games like last start against Arizona. He went 4 2/3 innings and didn't get a single K. I will say that, Arizona, they haven't been striking out much against righties this year. But, Logan Webb, his strikeout stuff is kind of come and gone. Like, some starts he goes out there and he just racks up Ks. Some starts he'll only get like 2 or 3 Ks. You would think against this Tigers team that has been striking out a ton against right-handed pitching, this is definitely one of those matchups where Logan Webb can get at least 5 strikeouts, and I feel like at worst can at least push for us. But I think he's got a very good shot to get 6 Ks or more. I mean, this Detroit team, you look at their lineup, 25.1% K rate against righties this season, which is 3rd highest in the league. And I actually believe over the last 30 days, I think they lead the league in strikeout rate against righties. Yeah, over the last 30 days, Detroit has the highest K rate against right-handed pitching, 28% K rate. So this lineup is just kind of loaded with strikeouts up and down. We can actually take a look at their lineup and look at kind of each hitter individually. You take a look at Detroit, 29% K rate for Riley Green, 23% for Reyes, 26% for Baez. Harold Castro's got a fairly low K rate, just 18%. But then Willie Castro, 22%, Clemens, 24%, Barnhart, 27%, Baddoo, 30% K rate. There's just so many strikeouts available in this Detroit lineup. You would expect this to be a spot where Logan Webb can pitch well, can probably get some strikeouts here. Even though he's a guy that just has like kind of an average K rate, I'm really targeting the friendly matchup here. I feel like this is, with this line being set at 5, I think we can at least get a push from Logan Webb. I would be very surprised in this matchup against a very strikeout-heavy team. I'd be very surprised if he finishes with 4 Ks or less. If he does, whatever, we'll just kind of move on to the next day. But I think we can at least get a push from Logan Webb, if not 6 Ks or more. I just like the matchup so much. Detroit just strikes out so much against right-handed pitching. And Logan Webb, he has flashed some strikeout upside at times. I know his K rate on the season is not super high, but he's had starts where he's been able to rack up Ks. We saw him go out there and get 9 strikeouts against Pittsburgh. Not saying he's going to go out there and get 9 strikeouts today, but wouldn't be surprised to see 6 or 7 Ks from Logan Webb here against a very high K team. So that's the second prop I like for today, is over 5 strikeouts for Logan Webb. And then third and final prop, another guy in a very good matchup. And this is not a pitcher that I bet on too often. He's just kind of like an average pitcher, but he gets a really good matchup today. That's what makes me like this prop. And we're going to be taking Cole Irvin's over 27.5 fantasy score going up against the Marlins. This is a matchup that I've been targeting all season. Lefties against the Marlins has just been kind of a print fest. I mean, the Marlins, they've just been so bad against left-handed pitching this season. They lead the league with a 28.2% K rate against lefties, and they are pretty much dead last in almost every offensive metric. They have the worst batting average in the league against left-handed pitching. They have the worst on-base percentage. They have the worst slugging percentage. Their OPS, they're dead last in OPS. They're second to last in ISO. WRC plus, Miami is dead last in that category as well. They're just terrible against lefties, and this lineup strikes out a ton as well. Now, I will say that by no means is Cole Irvin a great pitcher. He's just kind of like an average pitcher. But there's a couple things I like for today that makes me like this prop. For one, this game is being played in Oakland, and Oakland is a very favorable ballpark to pitch in. We're seeing a very low total in this game as well, so kind of, Vegas is expecting this to be a very low-scoring game. Just a 3.7 implied run total for the Marlins, just a 3.5 implied run total for the A's. Again, it's a very good pitcher's park. Irvin has shown that when he gets like kind of these soft matchups, when he's pitching at home in that good pitcher's park, that he can go out there and get the job done. Not saying that Cole Irvin's going to go out there and throw a complete game shutout or anything, but in order for him to go over, to get 28 fantasy points or more and to go over this prop, pretty much all he has to do is get a quality start with like a couple of Ks, and that's all he needs to do. If he goes 6 innings with 2 runs allowed and 4 strikeouts, that would put him at 28 fantasy points, and that feels like a pretty good projection for him. I would think that's kind of where you would project him for in this spot. The Marlins, they're not a team you expect to put up a ton of runs. I know they scored like 5 runs on Monday, but even like, I think it was Zach Logie who pitched for the A's, or not Monday, but Tuesday. Zach Logie pitched for the A's on Tuesday, and he's been terrible this year, and he went out there and pitched pretty well. I think he went like 5 1/3 inning, only gave up 1 run, had like, I want to say he had like 7 strikeouts, and he's bad. Irvin's not great, but I think Irvin's better than Logie, the guy that pitched on Tuesday, and he had a great start. Not saying we're going to see a great start from Irvin here, but the matchup is what makes me really like this prop. There's just so many strikeouts available in this Marlins lineup. You got John Birdie with a 32% K rate against lefty this year. Aguilar, almost a 30% K rate. Anderson striking out a ton, 36% K rate. LeBlanc, 31%. Burdick, 47%. Luke Williams, 25%. There's just strikeouts available. This lineup in general is weak. They're not this is not a team you expect to put up many runs. It's a very good pitcher's ballpark. Very low implied run total for Miami. If we can get 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 Ks from Cole Irvin, that'd put him at 28 fantasy points, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I think he has a very good shot to go 6 innings. He's gone at least 6 innings now, I believe, in 10 straight starts. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, 10 straight starts now. Cole Irvin has gone 6 innings or more, and he's got 28 fantasy points in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of his last 10 starts. He was able to get 43 fantasy points against the Angels, 52 fantasy points against Texas. Even in some tough matchups against Houston, he got 37 fantasy points twice against Houston. The matchup here makes this prop, worth taking in my opinion. I think this fantasy score line could definitely be a little bit higher in this matchup. It feels weird, Cole Irvin putting him at like 31 or 32 fantasy points, but I feel like in this matchup, that's probably what his projection should be. The Marlins have just been so bad against lefties this year, so I like this one quite a bit as our third and final play for today is over 27.5 fantasy score for Cole Irvin. And, these are the props I'm liking for Wednesday, guys. We have a split slate today. We have some early games. Obviously, all the plays I'm liking for today are coming from these early games, but I'll definitely take a look at the board again Wednesday, sometime Wednesday morning, see if I can find some more props I like. I will share those over on Patreon as always. I'm sure I'll be able to find some props in some of these later games, once Prizepicks posts their full board. So if you want to get access to all the additional Prizepicks plays that I'm on each day, besides the ones that I give out in this video, you can check out the Patreon. It's linked down below in the description. Check that out if you are interested. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching these videos. Hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Make sure to check out Prizepicks as well. Sign up for Prizepicks. Use promo code NOAH. When you do, get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you sign up with my promo code. But good luck, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.